Welcome to your Cosmic Update. My name is Kara Melende, helping you co-create magic with the universe, manifest by working with cosmic energy. And today we're going to take a look at some of the main transits that are happening. I want to specifically focus in on the Venus-Uranus opposition because this is a big one. And this aspect has been happening on and off since September. So we saw it in September, and then we saw it in October, and now this is the final time. So it really is not so much bringing closure, but almost bringing more clarity on the next steps that you're going to take in terms of your relationships and in terms of your finances, and creating a life that is solidly built on what you value and that feels aligned with your heart. So say hi if you're here. Hello, Goddess Kate and Lamorla, Tony, Wade and Amber. Kate, you made a live one. I know. Welcome, beautiful. I was reading all your comments from my old videos, so it's great that you caught me live too. Hi, Karen. How are you? Welcome. So feel free to share this out as well. Before we dive in and take a look at this today, I'm also going to look at Mercury, which is in the midst of its retrograde. And I know for many people, this has been a challenging one that's bringing up a lot of indecision. So we're going to take a look at that because it's preparing to retrograde all the way back into Scorpio. So we're seeing some themes reemerge, and then Venus moving direct into Scorpio as well. So there's a lot of cool shifts that are happening, and I'm excited to dive in. So before we do that, I want to share with you a new offer that I'm doing called Soul Journey, Awaken Your Soul Gifts. And we get to explore the cosmos together as a part of this. So if you're wondering what 2019 is going to hold for you in terms of what's happening in the cosmos, some of your power days, challenging aspects, overall themes for you in the new year, part of this is going over that with you and how you can harness that energy for manifestation, and also exploring the Akashic Records, which is really cool. So I'll offer a clearing for you in that space and an activation of your soul gifts. So if you're interested in that, send me a personal message. I'm so excited for the women that have already jumped on board in this. It is a one-on-one call. So we explore the cosmos together, and you are given everything you need to really co-create magic with the universe as we prepare for the new year. And I feel this is like relevant to mention. I was really thinking about this because as we approach the new year, we're starting to think about our goals and New Year's resolutions. And it's so important as we create this that we're not just in the space of the mind and the intellect, but that we are really embodying what we want to manifest and what we want to create, that we are feeling it on a deep soul level. So as part of this call, you will feel into your unique energy, and you will be aligned with what you want to manifest and what you want to create in your life. So we're going to take a closer look at that with the Mercury energy, because it's not enough just to be in your head about it. So it may be, you know, when we're setting these goals, we're looking around us and we're seeing that other people may be setting goals around health and fitness or money. And there's nothing wrong with setting any of these goals, but often it's just an intellectual idea that we have, right? Or a goal that we set. But in order to manifest it and to fully see those shifts in your life, fully embodying that energy is key. Having it be a part of you, really connecting to the deep level why you want this in your life, right? Feeling it on a deep level. All right, hello. If you're just jumping in now, we have Jenny and Vicky as well. Karen, welcome, beautiful. Denise is feeling this deeply. Oh, we got Kelly here. Hello. And Lori, oh, I love when you can join me live. Welcome. All right, so let's get back to looking at what's happening in the cosmos today. So we have this Venus-Uranus opposition. And Venus is the goddess of love, of beauty, and prosperity. It's feeling right at home right now in Libra. And it's really asking us to get some clarity around what we are needing in our relationships. And this is not just romantic. This is all the connections that we have. And to really find this sense of balance in our life that works for you where you are right now. So defining what that means. Now, another thing that I think is really interesting that's coming up with this opposition is this idea of security and freedom and what that looks like in your life. And at times it can feel at odds, right? We have Venus, which is all about feeling comfortable, feeling secure, feeling a sense of safety. And it's opposing Uranus, which is all about change. It's about evolution. It's about transformation. And it doesn't concern itself with being comfortable. What it's concerned with is moving forward, progression. So a lot of us are feeling that pull right now. And I've really been thinking about this lately, this idea of security, what this opposition is representing, and like feeling those changes in my life. And it's so important to kind of look at what are our long-term goals, like what is it we really want to achieve and experience in our life, because sometimes that can feel in opposition to what we need moment to moment. So with Venus, it's all about what makes me feel comfortable, what makes me feel secure, but sometimes that isn't necessarily what's causing us to grow and expand. So like some of the examples that I've been seeing around this in my own life are like as simple as in my day-to-day routine. So I've started going to the gym every morning. I love doing aerobic classes, and they're early in the morning. And when my alarm initially goes off, it's like I don't always want to get out of bed. I'm a night owl. I get energy as the day goes on. So there's a part in me where emotionally, like that sense of security and comfort in that moment is to like just snooze the alarm and stay in bed. But the larger goal that I have of I know I'll feel proud of myself at the end of the day if I do this. I know I feel best when I'm like taking time to exercise and I'm caring for myself physically. It's that choice to get up out of bed and go to class. So that kind of embodies that energy of what Uranus is asking us to do, both in those small areas of our life and in our larger areas of our life. It's like, it's not just all about what is comfortable in the moment, but what is actually getting you to where you want to go. So another way to see this is like, am I challenging myself to kind of get out of my comfort zone, to expand and grow? And sometimes that means changing our daily routine, right? It's like, if we're always just staying of what is comfortable in the moment, we're not necessarily reaching our long-term goals or what we actually want, right? We're not in alignment with that vision. So let me know if that resonates or you have examples in your life, because that is like, as I felt into this opposition, like that is so key to really look at how we actually define safety and security in our life. And it's more than just those moment-to-moment decisions. It's also looking at the bigger picture. And right now with the sun in Sagittarius, it's all about the vision. It's all about that bigger picture. It's about moving forward. Okay, I'm going to read some of these comments here. Katarzyna, 3 weeks to your birthday. Oh, that's so exciting. So loving this time of year, feeling strongly free, not scared of progress. I love that. That's part of this opposition. It's like we're learning to be that idea of like being comfortable, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. But basically, it's just allowing myself to grow, allowing myself to expand, allowing myself to embrace change, because if we don't embrace change in our life, that's when we actually end up feeling really stuck, and we end up feeling bored, and we end up not achieving our manifestations because we're just choosing to stay in like these old patterns or these old belief systems that actually aren't serving us. Okay. So let's see what else people are saying here. Any questions? I always love to hear from you. So feel free to share your thoughts around this as well. Nasika, hello. Amanda, that resonates with me completely. Beautiful. Nicole, a little shaken from the earthquake, but it's comforting to catch you live. Oh, sending so much love and safety to where you are right now, and I'm glad you're here with me. Welcome. Okay, scrolling down. Oh, in Alaska today. Yes, so I will be sending so much love to that area for sure. That's scary. Yeah, for sure. And you know, some of these like transits that are happening right now too in the cosmos, it like, especially when we see Uranus move back into Taurus, we see some of these things happening more often, like earthquakes and, you know, these like crazy weather patterns. And that's going to be a part of Uranus traveling through Taurus. We just tend to see that more and more. Yeah, as Gail said, Uranus at work. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what else here? Kelly. I had big visions start last Friday, replanning all our electronics in the house. Now I have technology crash course going on and wondering if I have made the right choice. I know, right? In the middle of a Mercury retrograde, we never know. And I do want to touch on that idea as well. Yeah, because Mercury, like, is anyone else really feeling this Mercury retrograde? In my chart, it's traveling through house 9, which is one of like the communication and travel houses of astrology. So I've definitely been feeling this, and what I've noticed in my own life is it's actually been like, so I've come a long way with this, but in the past, I used to get stuck in indecision and like indecisiveness quite a bit. And I think part of that has to do with my South Node in Libra, right? It's just like weighing every option, you know, not settling on any one thing. But I have come so far in like aligning with my decisions and leaving that behind. But I found with this Mercury retrograde, that's been triggered a little bit again, like this feeling of indecisiveness on like the smallest little things. That's crazy. Like even today with like the workout shirt that I wore to class, I'm like, should I have wore this? It's the silliest little things, and also in the bigger decisions. But it's just interesting that I'm seeing like that pattern in myself reemerge. And I think that's been a big one right now for a lot of us in terms of making decisions. It's like, it really is the time to follow your heart and trust your intuition, because if you're wanting to know all the details right now with like Mercury retrograding in Sagittarius and preparing to retrograde all the way back into Scorpio, the details aren't necessarily there. So the way that we're learning to make decisions is different. When Mercury retrogrades, it's not so much in the space of the intellect and logic and needing everything to line up, because we don't always have access to that, right? With Mercury retrograde, it's like, it's a little hazy. So what we're learning is to really trust ourselves, trust our intuition, even if all the details aren't there. And I think that's an important lesson from the universe. It's like, am I trusting myself? Do I trust myself even if I don't know exactly how it's going to play out? Do I trust that I am always making the right decisions for me because I'm in alignment with my intuition? I'm in alignment with my higher self, so I can't get it wrong. So it's really interesting lessons that we're learning from this retrograde right now. So if you're also feeling that and you're feeling like a little bit of that indecision, know that we're tapping into that, into the collective. And another gift that can come from Mercury retrograde is it actually points out things that we may not have noticed otherwise, because often things that may seem like they're going wrong or like we don't have the clarity on it, it wasn't necessarily there to begin with. And now that Mercury's retrograding, it's like the way that we're making decisions, the way that we're processing information is different. So we're noticing things that we may not have before. So when we see it like that, it's like, oh, this is a gift. This is a gift that's teaching me how to tap into my intuition in a deeper way, how to make decisions in a deeper way. It's showing me what wasn't in alignment in my life so I can now make the change. And that's kind of been like an overall theme throughout this whole year, because each of the planets took their turn to retrograde, and that's what retrogrades are. It's like, just pause for a moment. We don't always need to be going and producing and moving forward. Sometimes we need to take a moment to process where we are. We need to make sure that we are actually in alignment before we move forward. So let me know if that resonates with you. Hi, Kate. How are you, Goddess? And Jill, Sonia. Oh, sending love to you, Betsy. I'm going to scroll up here. Kelly is saying, oh yeah, retrograde is kicking my butt. But something pushed me forward through it to make big technology changes regardless. Yeah, you know, and that's the other thing. Sometimes we just have to trust ourselves. I mean, life doesn't stop because Mercury goes retrograde, and it's not meant to, right? We still make decisions. And again, it's just we're making decisions in a different way, which is really cool, right? It's like we're learning to really trust ourselves. So yeah, we still sometimes have to move forward. Stella, communication misunderstandings I see all around. Yes, that can happen with Mercury retrograde. Gail saying her North Node is in Libra. Ah, very cool. So opposite of mine. I got my North Node in Aries. I'm gonna scroll down here. So say hi if you're just jumping on. Betsy saying indecision. Yes. Oh my goodness. I know, right? It's like the worst feeling. So when I see that set in, I do go back to affirming that I'm always making the right decisions for me. I know what is right for me. I need to trust myself, right? I need to stay in that place of alignment and trust that I know. I think, again, like indecision comes from when we think we need all the details now. And sometimes we just don't have that. What we need to do in moving toward our goals and in creating is trust ourselves, stay aligned, and just take that next step. And if we're constantly checking in with ourselves, you know, that's the next step will be revealed as we go, right? We don't need to know how it's all going to play out. And that's interesting because even as I say this, like I feel how it kind of fits in with this opposition as well between Venus and Uranus right now. It's like trusting ourselves moment to moment that even when we're faced with these big decisions that we do know what to do if we trust ourselves, and to not fall back into the old patterns and the old cycles. And often when we're looking at manifesting, I know this is an exercise many coaches will do. I've done this with women that I've worked with too. It's like tapping into our future self, right? How would our future self look, behave, show up? But what is equally important, and I think sometimes even more powerful, is actually just staying aligned in the moment and keeping up with who you are in this moment. Because what often happens is we're actually responding based on old programs, based on old beliefs. So we're not actually keeping up with who we are and what we know, right? We're not keeping up with that in the moment. We're responding based on old patterns. So if you can, in each moment, align with your higher self, align with what you know to be true, what you know to be right for you, you will be moving forward. So let me know if that resonates. I hope I'm explaining that right, but that was like a huge insight that I had, right? It's not just like what would my future self do, it's what if I was truly living in alignment with my soul, with my intuition, with what my heart knows to be true, how would I show up in this moment? Not what I would have done in the past. Don't let the past programming, the past stories, the past beliefs make those decisions for you. Make decisions based on who you are and what you know to be true in this moment. And there's so much power in that. Hello, Astrid. Welcome, Goddess. Trust yourself is key. Yes. I'm just looking at my title now. I said freedom to follow your heart. Yeah, so that's what the Venus energy is all about. Trust yourself. Absolutely. Hannah's joining from Israel. Welcome, beautiful. All right, sending a sparkle hug. Oh, returned. Okay, and Lori is here saying, yes, making sense. Awesome. Yeah, because if we're like checking in moment to moment and we're not making decisions based on old patterns, that's often what keeps us stuck, right? And we probably all have experienced this. It's like we're repeating the same pattern again, whether it's in our finances or whether it's in our relationship. It's like we're repeating that until we consciously become aware and remind ourselves that our power lies in each moment. Because it's in that moment, if we're conscious and we're aware, that we can make a new decision and we can keep up with what we know to be true today and not make decisions based on who we were in the past, because that's not who we are today and that's not where we're going. So we constantly want to be moving forward, and that really is another gift of the retrogrades as well. Because it can seem like we're moving back, but we're not actually, right? Planets aren't even actually moving backwards. But what it's doing is like shining a spotlight on some of the areas that we may be stuck in the past, or some of the ways where the old patterns and old programs are still running that aren't a match to where we're going today. So as part of the call, I mentioned this at the start, I'm going to mention it again. We have some new people jumping in now. So I'm doing a 90-minute call. It's a private call, one-on-one, called Cosmic Journey, Awaken to Your Soul Gifts. So as part of that, you'll be able to tap into the energy of 2019 and harness that. Work with that in your manifesting, and also clear out. I'll guide you through a clearing of releasing the old programs, the old patterns, and activating your soul gifts so you are moving forward and you're not responding based on the old energies or who you once were. So definitely reach out if you're interested in this super, super powerful very transformational as you enter into the new year, and you just like clear away any of the things that have kept you stuck, or the things that kept you from not living your dream life now, not aligning with what you know in your heart you're here to do. We'll clear that and we'll activate your soul gifts so you truly can feel that sense of alignment. Let me see some of these questions, comments. Say hi if you're just joining now. Welcome. Denise, I'm always repeating old patterns, but this retrograde is different. I'm noticing it. Beautiful. Yes, love that. Lori, framing conflict as an opportunity for growth has been a theme lately as relationships rebirth into a new form. Yeah. Yes, if we can see that the universe is working for us, everything changes. And that's the way I love to use astrology as a way of manifesting. It's not working against us. It's not like the planets are ever out to get us. Co-creation is like tapping into the energy of what's happening and using it in its highest form of expression, using it as a way to grow and as a way to expand, and that changes everything. All right, Kate, I'll send you the details on the call. Yes, it will be so powerful. I'm excited. And it is, I call it a call. It's actually done one-on-one, so it's not a group. This is a one-on-one journey that we take together because it's based specifically on your birth chart, which is your soul blueprint and how you can harness that energy in your manifestation. Okay, so let me see what else. I'm just going to take a look at the chart and see what else is happening here. Okay. Yes, so another thing to keep in mind with this opposition, so we have Venus here in Libra, which we talked a lot about, and we've got Uranus in Aries. So another thing with this opposition is the Libra and Aries energy. And Libra is all about relationships. So it's about that sense of like harmony and connection. And then Aries energy is all about independence, moving forward with my goals, like a very like being the initiator, moving forward. So with this opposition, it may feel like some of the relationships or things happening in your life are like holding you back from where you feel you need to be or who you feel you are, right? That's that pull in energy. But what you want to do is see, how can I bring this together? How can I trust that as I live in alignment and I honor what I know I'm meant to do in my life, as I'm taking care of me, as I'm checking in with my heart moment to moment and where it is guiding me, that actually serves me in my relationship. So it doesn't need to be one or the other. It's meant to be both. And as soon as we see that in our mind, it's like it shifts, right? It changes everything. We start to see that, yes, as I honor myself and I honor my needs, that serves the people around me. And then I can trust that the relationships that I'm drawing into my experience are a match. They're a match with who I am and where I want to go in my life. So that's a big thing that's coming up with this opposition as well. And what I would really say, like if you are feeling in a place where it's time to kind of make these decisions, make changes in your life, just because Mercury's retrograding, trust your heart and where you are guided and make those decisions even if you feel like all the details aren't coming into play right now. The details will start to open up when Mercury goes direct, which is, I believe, December 6th. It's going to be moving direct. And then it's like what your intuition was telling you, the decisions that you started to make, now the details are going to start coming into play. So again, like trust yourself, trust the different ways that you can make decisions and that you can receive information. Tara, hello, beautiful. So reprogramming the conditioning of doubt and self-sabotage that I had, I'm rapidly expanding and allowing the guidance. So beautiful, yeah. You know, we can carry a lot with us, like from the past, right? From years ago, in terms of our belief systems that, oh, I think my phone's gonna ring there. I might have froze for a second. Let me get that. Decline. Okay, hopefully I'm still here. All right, let me know if I'm still good. It may have froze for a sec. My phone rings on my computer too. It feels like there's always something ringing, ringing or beeping on this machine. Yes, but we can carry beliefs that were formed like when we were 7 or when we were 5 that just don't actually match who we are today. And that's where it's so much power in like making the unconscious, making what was buried in the unconscious, bringing that into our conscious awareness, because then we can choose again, then we can release, then we can clear out the old and we can create space for the new to flow into our experience. And we get to do that moment to moment. And that's going to be the neat thing as Venus and Mercury move into Scorpio, is we do really get deeper insight. Like Scorpio is known to be very intense, but it also gives us insight into what needs to be like altered or changed in our life for us to feel in alignment, for us to meet our goals. And Scorpio is also a money sign. So we are still seeing a lot of changes happen right now around our finances, around our relationship with money. And when it comes to manifesting, just get crystal clear on what it is it you want to attract to you? What is it that you want to draw in? And let go of anything that's related to the fear mind, any beliefs that are not a match to where you're going. Just allow those to fade away so you can align, because once you have that alignment, what you desire will just flow to you. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap up for today. So if you are interested in the private session where we can explore your astrology for 2019 together and where I can offer you that clearing and activation of your soul gifts, send me a message. There's also a really cool bonus that goes with that as well. So I'll give you all the details. If you're interested, just reach out. And yeah, thank you for joining today. This has been a lot of fun, powerful day in the cosmos, and lots of beautiful shifts happening as we're about to like wrap up the year and go into 2019. So I'm excited to keep you posted on that. So enjoy your weekend, everyone. Sending so much love and light. And if you are joining on the replay, feel free to continue commenting, leaving your questions. I always check back. You are welcome, Kelly and Kate. And once again, reach out if you want that personalized clearing, activation, and exploration of the cosmos. And I will see you all soon. Bye.